The complete guide to building confidence and self-esteem by talking to women. In this video, we will cover the basics of how to build your confidence and self-esteem when talking to women. We will start by discussing what confidence is and why it is important. We will then discuss the importance of self-esteem, how it differs from confidence, and how you can build it. Lastly, we'll go over some tips for building your confidence in social situations with women. What is the importance of building self-confidence? Self-confidence is the feeling of believing in oneself and one's abilities. It can be a powerful tool for success that can make people feel more successful, more productive, and happier. Self-confidence is important because it affects how we think about ourselves and how we are able to perform in our day-to-day lives. When people have low self-confidence, they may feel less motivated to do anything because they don't believe that they can succeed. It also affects how others view us. If you don't believe in yourself, then other people won't either. Lastly, it is important because it determines what goals we set for ourselves and what we are willing to work towards achieving those goals. How to build self-esteem by practicing everyday challenging activities. The article will focus on the importance of self-esteem, what it is and how to build it up. It will also explore the various ways to increase your self-esteem and how to maintain a healthy level of self-confidence. Self-esteem is the ability to see oneself as a person of worth, significance, and value. It is an evaluation of oneself and one's own worth based on one's own criteria with no comparison to others. Self-esteem can be described as having high or low levels of confidence in oneself. There are many ways in which we can build our self-esteem over time, however, there are some that are more effective than others. The most effective way is by practicing challenging activities every day where you are able to push yourself out of your comfort zone and do something that you are not used to doing. This could be anything from trying a new type of food or activity or even speaking in public for the first time without rehearsing what you want to say. The biggest thing is that you have to take action and do something, even if it's just one small step. It's the first step that's difficult, but once you make it, the rest will come more easily. Simple steps to eliminate negative thoughts about yourself. It is no secret that we all have negative thoughts about ourselves at some point in our lives. It is a natural thing to do, but it can be very damaging if we don't take action and change the way we think. There are many ways to eliminate negative thoughts, and this article will share 4 of the best methods. Actively think positive thoughts. This prevents negative thoughts from entering your mind as they are more likely to be replaced with positive ones. When you are feeling down, try and think of events that make you happy instead. Monitor your emotions and thoughts. This is important for 2 reasons. The first reason is if you see yourself getting in a negative thought pattern, it is easier to stop the cycle before it starts by noticing and stopping yourself from getting into that thought process. Being a better man and becoming more confident around women. This book is a practical guide for men who want to enjoy more success with women. It covers topics such as how to be confident around women and attract them, how to make conversation, and how to show interest without being too aggressive. It also teaches you the basics of flirting and what to do on a date. The book even has examples of situations that can be awkward and how to avoid them. How to develop your social skills and become a stronger man. Social skills are a crucial part of being successful in life. They can help you get a job, make friends, and find love. Social skills are important because they allow you to communicate effectively with others and understand their emotions. If you have social anxiety or trouble making friends, it is important to know that there are many ways to overcome these issues. You can read books about social skills and practice them in real life by going out with friends or joining clubs or organizations that interest you. How to impress women with your conversation skills. Men often want to know how to impress women. It is not always easy, but there are some ways that can make it easier. One of the most important things is how you speak. One of the best ways to impress a woman with her conversation skills is by paying attention to what she says. This will show her that you are interested in what she has to say, and it will lead her to feel more comfortable around you. It also shows that you are a good listener and will help her feel like she can trust you as well. Another way for men to impress women is by making them laugh. If a woman feels like she can have fun with someone, then they will be more likely to want to spend time with them again in the future, which could lead to them becoming friends or even more than friends in the future. To wow the ladies, do these 3 things. Be a gentleman and always open the door for her. Be attentive to her needs, such as if she is hungry or thirsty. Compliment her on her appearance and intelligence. 5 tips for becoming confident in conversation with women. In order to be successful in conversation with women, you need to be confident. This is the most important thing. You can't have a conversation with a woman unless you are confident. Here are some tips on how to become more confident. Smile and make eye contact. Practice by talking to other women. Be polite and don't interrupt. Don't drink too much alcohol. Be honest about your feelings. How to build up your social skill with women. There are a lot of people that want to learn how to build up their social skills with women. If you are one of them, then this article might be for you. Women are humans too. They have emotions, and they can be hurt by the wrong words just as much as any man can be. But they also have a different perspective on life and different goals in life that men do not have. This article is going to help you understand why women think differently than men, what to say when talking to women, and how to get your point across without offending them or making them feel uncomfortable. A comprehensive guide to becoming confident with talking to women. In this article, I'm going to be giving you a guide on how to become confident with talking to women. I will be covering topics like how to start conversations with women, what to say in the conversation, and how to get a date from the conversation. I will also be going over some of the most common mistakes that people make when talking with women and show you some ways that you can avoid them. This guide is going to cover everything from the basics of starting conversations all the way up to get a date. The problem with talking to women. There is a problem with talking to women. It's not that they don't want to be talked to, or that they are too busy, or too shy. It's not that they don't care about what you have to say or that you need to find the right words. The problem is that men talk differently than women. The way we talk has a profound effect on the way we think and feel about ourselves and each other. We talk about everything, from our emotions and thoughts to what we want for dinner and who should do the dishes. Men and women both use language in different ways, but in different ways than you might expect. And these differences have a lot of implications for how men and women communicate with each other, which can lead to some pretty messy misunderstandings. How women feel about begging guys for relationship help. With the help of social media, it is not difficult to find dating advice for women. However, the same cannot be said for men. The article discusses how women feel about begging guys for relationship help. It also mentions some of the reasons that could be behind this phenomenon. The video deals with a very important aspect of dating and relationships in general, how women feel about begging guys for relationship help. The video also mentions some possible reasons that could be behind this phenomenon and why it has become so popular on social media these days. Ways you can improve your self-confidence when talking to women. Self-confidence is a feeling of assurance in oneself and one's abilities. Self-confidence can be shaken when one is faced with a difficult task, such as talking to a woman. This can cause anxiety and doubt, which leads to a lack of motivation and lowered self-esteem. One way to improve this problem is by taking up a hobby or sport that you are good at, which will boost your confidence. Another way is by practicing the fake it till you make it technique. This technique involves faking confident behavior until the feeling of being confident becomes real. Lastly, one should try to stay away from people who bring them down and avoid situations that make them feel like they have no control over their lives. Overcoming the fear of speaking in public by doing it. The fear of public speaking is an issue that affects many people. It can be paralyzing, and it can stop you from doing what you want to do. One way to overcome this fear is by doing it. A person who has never given a speech before should start small and work their way up to larger audiences. The more they speak in front of people, the more confident they will become with time.